In addition to the attacks on Ukraine, one of the latest actions of former President Biden's administration is targeting the Russian oil industry. In a groundbreaking decision, the United States Treasury Department sanctioned 183 vessels that were part of the notorious shadow fleet of old tankers used to evade sanctions on the two main Russian oil producers. The impact of the sanction was immediate. Faced with the threat of secondary sanctions, countries that traded quickly with ships in the shadow fleet now realized that the deal was not worth the risk. Dozens of tankers have docked en route to destinations in India and China. Russia, with the world's largest natural gas reserves, has a vast extraction and transportation complex. In 2008, at the height of its glory, national gas champion Gazprom was on its way to becoming the world's most valuable company. Given its control over the pipelines supplying the bulk of Europe's natural gas, it was also one of the most important instruments of Russian foreign and security policy. The energy complex has long been vital to Russia's economic development. The country has remained heavily dependent on primary sector activities such as digging, drilling, and pumping, which provide little added value and have limited impact on human capital development. Around 90% of its exports are commodities, with oil and gas accounting for 2/3. In this context, oil and gas play two fundamentally different roles. Gas was mainly used for domestic purposes. Gazprom was tasked with national gasification programs, which meant supplying cheap gas for energy-intensive industries such as central heating systems and aluminum production. While this was extremely beneficial for producers like Rusal, which exported large quantities of subsidized aluminum, the combined effect made Gazprom's local business unprofitable. The losses were compensated through a de facto monopoly on profitable exports of pipeline gas to Europe. This situation ended when Ukraine stopped the transit of Russian gas through its territory at the end of 2024. This probably led to a loss of $5 to $6 billion in Russia's annual export revenue. Gazprom's internal business will no longer be sustainable.